Here are my 3 reasons why the Detroit Lions can win the NFC in 2017. Hear me out.
Oh, boy.
Number 1, a healthy and hungry Matthew Stafford returns. Go back to the morning of December 18th of the 2016 season. The Lions, they were 9-4. They had a 2-game cushion in the standings over the Packers in the NFC North. And they had home field and a bye in the playoffs still as a possibility. Stafford injures his thumb on his throwing ham. And trust me, guys, it is far worse than anyone in the media knew at the time. The Lions don't win another game, and the rest of the way, their season's done. Well, guess what? That thumb has healed. And if you listen to what he's saying and what he's not saying, this guy wants it more than ever. Stafford has always been captain comeback, but this is the year Matthew Stafford takes the leap. And trust me, the Lions will follow, which leads to number 2. The number 2 reason that the Lions can represent the NFC in the Super Bowl is because that running game is going to be vastly improved. I can't exaggerate enough, I can't say it enough, just how awful the Lions' rushing game has been in recent NFL history. No team has been more inept on the ground over the past few years. It's been so bad that the last time there was a 100-yard rusher for the Lions, it happened in the year 2013.
What?
The guy who did it? Reggie Bush.
I was there, Schrager.
Reggie Bush on the Nate Burleson-led Lions is the last time the Lions had a 100-yard rusher.
That's
Look,
staggering.
He's played for 2 teams since then. The Lions have played in 54 games since then. And the number 1 song on the Billboard charts, the last time the Lions had a 100-yard rusher, was Royals by Lorde. She took about 10 years off, has a new album, and still that was the last time that they had a 100-yard rusher. So what did they do? Well, they got beefier up front, and they got healthy in the running backs room. Insert a healthy Amir Abdullah. Insert a healthy Theo Riddick. And insert the additions of Ricky Wagner and Aaron Rodgers' best buddy, T.J. Lang, up front on that offensive line. And this ground attack should be great this year. Detroit has made the investment in the running game, finally. And the results will open everything else up. Which leads to number 3, the other side of the ball. The number 3 reason why the Lions can play in the Super Bowl this year. The playmakers are about to emerge on defense. Let me go through some of these names. Ezekiel Ansah was banged up all last season. He's back. He's healthy this year. He had 14.5 sacks 2 seasons ago. And I had a GM tell me in a meeting this pre-draft period that Jarrad Davis, the first-round pick of the Detroit Lions, meeting with him was like meeting with a young Ray Lewis. He is a leader. He goes sideline to sideline, and when you're in that room, the intensity is through the roof. Jarrad Davis was described as a football player's football player. I love that. He's going to start at middle linebacker, and then back at that corner spot, you have maybe the most unknown, unheralded cover corners in the league. We've had him on our show before. Darius Big Play Slay, a shutdown corner who is ready to shut down the NFC's best receivers. Look, this defense did not force enough turnovers last year. They only had 14. Expect a lot more this season and expect them all to make the leap. This team with Jim Caldwell, who had them 1-7 2 years ago and got them to a respectable record, and then 1-3 last year and got them to a wild card game. This team has been through adversity. The fan base has been through decades of adversity. And with everyone else talking about the Cowboys, the Packers, even the Buccaneers, this might be the year that it's the Lions who go up to Minnesota and play in Super Bowl 52.